welcome to This Week in Agriculture, a presentation of the Communications Unit, Ministry of Agriculture. I'm your producer and host, Christopher Holder. On this week's presentation, as always, we recap some of the key activities of Agriculture Minister Zulfikar Mustafa for week ending October 11. As has been the case since he has resumed his role as Agriculture Minister, Minister Mustafa has been around engaging with staff and heads of departments, various stakeholders across the spectrum, bringing them up to date on the plans and programs of the government for the next 5 years, what the expectations are. He's been talking loudly about public-private partnerships. One such example is the corn and soybean project on the Tacoma savannas, growing by leaps and bounds. I will be bringing you a feature on what's been happening since our last update. Big things are happening. In another year or so, production will be up to 25,000 acres. Imagine that this started just 5 years ago, and look, they started with 300 acres, and look where they are now. I think the next crop will be 12,000 acres or hectares, I'm not sure which, but you can see the numbers doubling and leaping forward as they get the hang of planting on the soils of the Tacoma savannas. Now, there are other projects happening at Kimbia. We'll be bringing you up to date on what's been happening with those programs and projects as agriculture continues to expand into Guyana's hinterland and intermediate savannas. Agriculture really is on the move, and it is a privilege for me to be able to bring the development as and when they occur across the length and breadth of this beautiful country of ours. So we will be bringing you the Minister's interventions this past week, and there were numerous. We will be back after these messages.
The Guyana Rice Development Board is integrating cutting-edge technology in rice farming. With the introduction of drones and GIS mapping, farmers can monitor their crops and make data-driven decisions. Through our Farmers Field School methodology, we provide comprehensive training to ensure farmers maximize the benefits of these technologies. As part of the project, GRDB has trained 8 drone pilots and 12 data analysts. The project was piloted at 9 farmers' field schools, with 3 located in Region 6, Crabwood Creek, Yakusari, Blackbush Boulder, and Lancaster, 3 in Region 2, Fairfield, Walton Hall, Henrietta, and 3 in Region 3, Windsor Forest, Good Hope, and Wakenham. To date, over 200 farmers have participated in the pilot areas, and an additional 150 outside the pilot areas, with female farmers comprising 15% and young farmers 45%, representing 6% of the total farmers in the country. The Guyana Rice Development Board, pioneering the future of farming. A message from the Ministry of Agriculture.
Farmers and agro-processors, the Guyana Marketing Corporation is here to help you thrive. Our Agribusiness Development Unit offers comprehensive training for agro-processors, ensuring you have the knowledge and skills to succeed. Need advice on your agro-processing facility? We've got you covered, with expert guidance to optimize your operations. From generating nutritional facts to developing new products, we provide the services you need to enhance your offerings. Stand out on the shelves with our label design and packaging material services, making your products attractive and market-ready. We also create market linkages, connecting you with the right buyers and markets to expand your business reach. Are you ready to take your agribusiness to the next level? Contact the Guyana Marketing Corporation today. The Guyana Marketing Corporation, cultivating growth, empowering success. Together, let's grow Guyana's agricultural future.
Welcome to the new era of agriculture in Guyana. Traditionally seen as labor-intensive and low-paying, modern agriculture now offers diverse and exciting career opportunities. Fields like research, environmental management, engineering, and finance are now integral parts of agriculture. The Ministry of Agriculture is transforming outdated perceptions, showcasing agriculture as a dynamic and rewarding career path. Join us in redefining agriculture in Guyana. Embrace the future and discover endless possibilities in this vital sector. A message from the Ministry of Agriculture.
It was another week of whirlwind engagements as Agriculture Minister Zulfikar Mustafa advanced the business of agricultural development across the country. As has been the case since his return to the Agriculture Ministry as its minister, Minister Mustafa has been meeting with stakeholders both within and outside of his ministry, ensuring that they were enlightened about government's plans for the sector and the role of each stakeholder, be it international partners, the private sector, or internally, the various agencies of the ministry and the staff therein. On Tuesday, the Agriculture Minister met with country representative of the Inter-American Institute for Cooperation on Agriculture, ICA, Mr. Wilmot Garnett, as part of global celebrations for the organization's 83rd anniversary. ICA has over the years proven itself a reliable partner of the Ministry of Agriculture in its efforts to strengthen the agriculture sector through technical support in a number of areas. In 2023, the Ministry of Agriculture launched the GRDB ICA 17, a zinc-enriched biofortified rice variety, the first of its kind in the region. The Ministry of Agriculture has also been working with ICA in transforming the Guyana School of Agriculture into a regional center of excellence that will allow people from across the region to study with the best technology on the best platform. The Center of Excellence will be equipped with a situational room and a state-of-the-art data analytics platform to support regional food security and food production. In its 83-year history, ICA has built a true network of experts and ambassadors of goodwill who share conviction. Through strategic partnerships and shared knowledge, the Institute accompanies South American countries in transforming their food systems with equity, technical cooperation, and innovation. On Wednesday, October 8, Minister Mustafa engaged with members of the Private Sector Commission, PSC, Agriculture Subcommittee, to discuss how government and the local private sector can further collaborate in developing public-private partnerships to further advance Guyana's agriculture sector. In his remarks at that engagement, Minister Mustafa pointed to the partnership with the private sector over the last 5 years, a partnership that has realized several transformative projects.
One of our success stories is the Takama gold, the investment there. But besides that, we have seen other investors coming on board. We have seen farmland, we have seen Terry, and a number of other persons now are coming into the corners of the production. I am hoping by next year, I was thinking about the end of 2025, but I'm hoping by 2026, you know, the crop starts from September to March. By the end of 2020, we can, I'm very optimistic that we can be self-sufficient if we push what we are doing now, with the expansion in production, with the number of persons who indicated that they want to get involved in production, with the expansion that Takama Gold is looking at, with what Terry them are doing right now. So if that can happen, then we can reduce our bills in terms of imported soya or soy in a substantial amount. When you look at the importation, it's about roughly about $40 million in one area alone. And then when you look at the other sector, in terms of the high value crops, in 2021 we imported $2.6 billion in these crops for the hospitality industry, for the new and emerging industries in the country, like things like the high value crop where we categorize like broccoli, cauliflower, carrot, lettuce, bell pepper, those exotic crops. Now we have reduced that substantially. As a matter of fact, we are now producing in large quantities. We have 4 large hydroponic farms right now that are producing. We have the Mandripo one, the largest in the Caribbean, that is owned by Victoria Green. Then the Ministry of Agriculture, through the Young People Program that the President set up, the Agriculture Innovative Entrepreneurship Program, We have 3 of those in regions 2, 10, 5, and 10. So those are producing right now. Those produce are being sold in the supermarket and also places like Massey. Massey is purchasing from us and also selling to their chains of store in the Caribbean. So and it's very, very effective in terms of the young people get involved in it. In Shade House, we have produced hundreds of shade houses so far. From our perspective, leaving out what people are doing outside. So in terms of modernizing the sector, we are moving very rapidly in modernizing the sector. In the rice industry, you'll find that now people are now turning to mostly starting mechanical way of doing harvesting, doing planting, spraying, right? You remember Rambridge is doing almost fully mechanical in certain areas. You see the yield, we have increased the yield from 5.6 tons per hectare to roughly about 6.7 tons, 6.8 tons per hectare, right? We have seen the same amount of land we have been cultivating, 232,000 acres of land. We are now surpassing almost 800,000 tons of rice. If we can produce 804,000 tons that we set ourselves this year, target, then we would have improved it, increased it from 725 that we produced last year, almost 100,000 tons. I'm hoping that we can do that. The only issue that we are having now is the price, because the grain in the world market is a lot. India alone will dump about 20 million tons of grain in the world market. Places like Argentina, Malaysia, and you call it other countries. We are only barely doing 800,000 tons in the market, right? And the prices and so on. So we are working with the farmers, and here the private sector needs to also come in. We have to look at a lot of co-investment now. There are a lot of people in the country that have assets, but they don't have the kind of capital to invest. That is why in our manifesto this 5 year, we said that we will build a bank, an interest-free bank for small farmers, so that they can have loans without paying interest. So I'm hoping that next year that can come into being. And that will transform, maybe frankly, that will transform the sector.
Minister Mustafa said that government will be moving ahead with the construction of storage facilities to support the local rice industry, with the first to be built in Essequibo. Tenders for this is already out for this facility, one that will be capable of storing 2 million bags of paddy. Similar facilities will be established in the other rice-growing regions of the country. Also this past week, Agriculture Minister Zulfikar Mustafa returned to the Guyana School of Agriculture for an engagement with teachers, students and other staff of the institution at its main campus at Mon Repos on the east coast of Demerara. The meeting served as an opportunity for those at the institution to hear firsthand about the policies and programs aimed at modernizing and repositioning the entity over the next 5 years. While engaging with students and the other stakeholders at the institution, Minister Mustafa said that government was positioning GSA to be at the forefront, producing graduates who are innovative and solution-driven. As the CARICOM region's premier agricultural academic institution, the Agriculture Minister said that GSA is a critical component to develop a resilient agriculture sector for the region. Minister Mustafa stressed that even as government invests in the physical and other aspects of the institution, students have a critical role to play, a vital ingredient to the realization of a successful passage through the institution.
So we have to cultivate discipline. As I said, that this here is a training institution. And we have to cultivate discipline. And coming out of that, we have to be always strive to be punctual at any event. We can't allow the shower to keep us back or the canteen to keep us back. If we want to cultivate those habits, or we want to cultivate those straight characters that we want to build. So it's important that we look at these perspectives that I am mentioning here today. We have to respect our peers. We have to respect our teachers. We have to respect authority. So those are important qualities when we talk about discipline here, and we have to continue to move in those areas. You as young people, we are expending funds to keep this institution alive because we want this institution, as I said, to be the heartbeat for us for training in agriculture. Because what we'll be doing for the next 5 years, we'll be transforming this institution. The ultimate objective of us is to build a center of excellence. And we have already allocated funding. We have already partnered with international organizations to start the process of building that center of excellence. And coming with that center of excellence, we'll have other facilities like Fab Labs. We'll have practical plots. We'll improve the farms that you spoke about, the livestock farms. Put in modern equipment. So all those things are in train, and I'm very happy that you all would have raised it here this morning. And that is why I deliberately came here this morning to listen to you all.
The minister noted that in every learning environment, there will be issues that will arise from time to time. Issues that once brought to the attention of the government will be addressed in a timely manner. But it is these issues or problems that can bring out the best characters in students.
Your performance is your return on that investment that I am talking about. First of all, to your family, to your country, and most importantly, to yourself. So we can see all the issues and problems and raise it under the sun. But if we don't have a positive attitude towards those things, if we can't see, look at those things to resolve the problems, overcome those problems, then we will not be successful when we leave this institution. So I want you here this morning, yes, we'll try as much as possible to get a proper environment to develop and facilitate this place here. But remember, you as people who we see as the future agriculturists, the future scientists, you have to also look to resolve those issues. So let us ensure you approach your study with a positive attitude. Character is as important as competence. You have to have strong character. You can have the best teaching skills in the world, the best teaching equipment in the world. But if you do not have character, if you are disrespectful, no one will want to work with you. Let us promote teamwork. Let us promote humility. But most importantly, let us take our responsibility seriously. Let us ensure as students we overcome the challenges. We overcome all the hurdles. And at the end of it all, in another 2 weeks from now, we'll have a set of students who will be graduating here. At the end, that will be the light at the end of the tunnel. So you can have all the issues. If you don't have these traits and character in you, you will not be successful.
The Agriculture Minister assured the gathering that investments are being made to upgrade dorms, classrooms, labs, and demonstration plots. ICT tools are also to be made available to ensure that GSA becomes a 21st century facility. Additionally, as an immediate intervention, tractor operator certification training will recommence at the facility. Students attending the GSA will be taught to operate manual tractors as part of their practical training and will receive a certificate upon completion of their academic courses. Over the last 5 years, the government of Guyana has also offered scholarships to students from CARICOM countries to study at the GSA. Currently, students from St. Lucia, Barbados, Grenada, and Jamaica are attending the institution. Finally, on This Week in Agriculture, we tell you that NARI, as an agency of the Ministry of Agriculture, is one of the most important agencies. Apart from its research and development of science-based methods and approaches to agriculture, it also provides critical extension services to farmers across the country. The National Agricultural Research and Extension Institute, NARI, is a research and extension agency of the Ministry of Agriculture. In Guyana, it plays a crucial role in supporting the country's other crops sector through its three arms of research, extension services and training, and plant protection surveillance. NARI conducts research and development activities to improve the productivity, efficiency, and sustainability of Guyana's agriculture sector. This includes research on a wide range of crops, including vegetables and plantation crops, as well as climate-smart agriculture practices, soil and water management, pest and disease management, coconut nursery management, urban agriculture, and other techniques used to help farmers maximize production. In addition, the Institute conducts research on biotechnology, or tissue culture, vegetable seed production, and plant genetic conservation at its Ibini location. The advancement of government's priority commodities such as corn, soybean, broccoli, cauliflower, carrot, spices, coffee, cocoa, and fresh-cut flowers helps promote import substitution and contributes to the growth of the agriculture sector. Soil sampling and testing enables the farmers to know the fertility levels of the soil and make recommendations to enhance the production and productivity. This is done at no cost to the farmers. Pest and disease diagnostics with recommendations for their control in a timely manner is another technical service offered by NARI. Coconut has now emerged as the third most economically important crop of Guyana. NARI provides technical support to farmers across the country through its Coconut Research Unit and Crop Extension Department. Farmers are now accessing improved coconut germplasm through the Brazilian Green Dwarf Seedlings Distribution Program. The ongoing National Coconut Pest and Disease Surveillance Program is assisting farmers to effectively manage these issues on their farms. The recent establishment of coconut seedling nurseries across the country has significantly increased the availability of quality coconut seedlings to all farmers. NARI provides extension services to farmers, agribusinesses, and other stakeholders in the agriculture sector. These services include providing information on best practices, training on new technologies, technical assistance on farming practices, technology transfer, and supporting the adoption of new technologies through demonstration plots, farmers' field schools, and field trials. The Institute also collects and analyzes data on Guyana's agriculture sector, including crop yields, and uses this information to inform policy decisions and to support the development of the sector. The National Plant Protection Organization, NPPO, of Guyana is a department of NARI. It is responsible for managing the import and export of plant material and for ensuring the protection of the country's agriculture sector from pests and diseases. The unit carries out surveillance activities to detect and control the spread of pests and diseases, and it provides guidance and support to farmers and other stakeholders in managing pest and disease outbreaks. Training and education on carambola fruit fly or CFF management and other quarantine pests to farmers are also provided. Personnel inspect commodities at the ports of entry to restrict entry of the exotic pests.
and PPO also issues farm certificates that is necessary for the export of commodities. NARI has made significant strides in increasing the production and productivity of Guyana's agriculture sector through its multiplication of seeds and provision of quality planting materials for various fruits, vegetables, peas and beans through its plant nurseries across Guyana. This has allowed farmers to access a wider variety of crops and has increased the overall production of these crops. The plant nurseries are budgeted to produce a total of 227,000 plants for 2023, while the tissue culture laboratory will produce 15,000 plantlets for 2023. The government's efforts to promote the production of spices in Guyana's interior have also been successful, with farmers in Region 1 receiving planting materials for black pepper, turmeric, and ginger. This project is expected to increase the production of these spices and provide new opportunities for farmers in the region. The assistance will see an increase in the production of ginger by 1 million pounds and 800,000 pounds of turmeric. NARI has also constructed a processing facility to help farmers process spices into powders and other value-added forms, making it easier and more profitable for them to market these products. NARI has played a key role in promoting climate-smart agriculture in Guyana. Through the provision of affordable materials such as shade nets and UV plastic, over 800 shade houses have been constructed for the cultivation of high-value crops such as broccoli, cauliflower, carrots, and lettuce. These crops are protected from the harmful UV rays of the sun while receiving the necessary moisture, resulting in increased productivity. The Agriculture and Innovation Entrepreneurship Program, AIEP, which NARI oversees, has also been successful in promoting climate-smart agriculture. This initiative provides employment for approximately 150 graduates of the University of Guyana, UG, and the Guyana School of Agriculture, GSA. Under this program, 54 shade houses have been constructed for the cultivation of these high-value crops, which are sold to hotels and other players in the hospitality industry. The Institute is promoting hydroponic technology, which uses fertilizer solutions containing varying amounts of nitrogen, phosphorus, and potassium, the major elements necessary for plant growth, and various trace or minor elements such as sulfur, magnesium, and calcium. At NARI, there are different systems or models demonstrating the use of this technology to grow crops such as cauliflower, pak choy, and lettuce. Overall, NARI plays a critical role in supporting Guyana's agriculture sector through its research, extension, training, and plant protection activities. By conducting research, providing extension services, and promoting best practices in agriculture, the Institute helps to increase productivity and efficiency in the sector, while also promoting food security and economic growth for Guyana. Welcome to the new era of agriculture in Guyana. Traditionally seen as labor-intensive and low-paying, modern agriculture now offers diverse and exciting career opportunities. Fields like research, environmental management, engineering, and finance are now integral parts of agriculture. The Ministry of Agriculture is transforming outdated perceptions, showcasing agriculture as a dynamic and rewarding career path. Join us in redefining agriculture in Guyana. Embrace the future and discover endless possibilities in this vital sector. A message from the Ministry of Agriculture.
Well, that's all the time we have on this week's edition of This Week in Agriculture, a presentation of the Ministry of Agriculture's Communications Unit. I'm your producer and host, Christopher Holder. This program is produced for television by Matrix Video Productions and Advertising based in East Berbice. Remember, if you'd like to attend any of the Agriculture Month activities happening this Agriculture Month, you can go to the Ministry of Agriculture's website and look for the program of activities. Look for one that's happening in your area. Of course, once it's of interest to you, then It's all free, open to the public. Once you're interested, you can show up, learn something. World Food Day is coming up on Friday. It's here in Berbice at the Albion Sports Complex ground. You want to be part of that. I believe it begins in the morning. I'm not sure yet the time, but of course check your local listings, Facebook pages, the Ministry of Agriculture's Facebook page, and you will have all the details you need to be able to attend some of these events. Well, that's all the time we have. I'll